Catherine Hawhey, a legal executive from Birmingham. Moya Liddon, a racing driver from London. Derek Collett, a domestic engineer from Chipping Norton. And Chris Saunders, a detective constable from Bristol. Tonight face the ultimate challenge, the might of the Gladiators. Jet. Warrior. Lightning. Shadow. Cobra. Panther. Wolf. Flame. Hawk. Phoenix. Saracen. And Scorpio. Coming to you from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham. Here are the presenters of Gladiators, John Fashnu and Ulrika Johnson.
Hello and a very, very warm welcome to Gladiators. Tonight, our four contenders will face the ultimate challenge of the Gladiators. Using their strength as well as their skills, they'll hope to gain as many points as possible to give them a head start in our head-to-head eliminator at the end of the show. The winner of that, of course, will hope for a place in our semi-finals.
And naturally, our winners of our semis will go on to meet the Gladiators in the finals, where the highest scoring male and female contender will share a grand prize of £10,000.
Not bad, not bad. And just imagine they'll also have the opportunity of being flown directly to Hollywood, care of the Samuel Goldwyn Company in America, to take part in an international contest against those legendary American gladiators. So let's welcome our very first female contender tonight. She is Catherine Hawhey. Hello, Catherine, and a very warm welcome to Gladiators.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Fit and ready to go.
Well, you do look very, very fit indeed. How did you get started in fitness in the first place?
At the tender age of 4, I was used to my father's farm as his local sheepdog.
That's rather unusual. Well, that might come in handy tonight because you're going to have the chance tonight in our first game, Atmospheres, to round up 1 or 2 gladiators. Good luck, Catherine Hawhey.
Thank you.
And the second of our female contenders is Moya Liddon. Now, Moya, you're a go-kart racing driver. What's a go-kart racing driver doing with fitness?
Well, I specialise in 24-hour endurance karting. I need a good degree of fitness because you're out there on the track for 2 hours, so you need to have the endurance level to keep yourself going on the track and the concentration as well.
And what sort of things do you do to keep fit?
I do a lot of endurance, sort of bodybuilding, high reps to get my strength up, and I also do long-distance running as well.
Well, Moya, I can assure you that none of the events will last 24 hours tonight, but all the best anyway. Over to you, Atmosphere.
Thanks, John.
Now let's join our commentator, John Sachs.
Thank you. Welcome to event 1, Atmospheres. Now, Catherine and Moya will be banging up against our gladiators, Panther. And Lightning. Sounds like the Lightning fan club are in tonight. Orchestrated by G-Force, our highly popular cheerleaders, giving it plenty of pom-pom there. But when she grows up, she wants to be just like Lightning. Lightning climbing into her atmosphere, which is 7 feet in diameter, solid steel and very heavy. Panther's loaded up and ready to roll. Lightning and Panther proving to be a real force in this event. Catherine Hawhey did the best number of push-ups in the qualifiers. She managed 84, and Atmospheres is her favourite event. Her commitment is 100%.
I'm prepared to sweat blood for the Gladiators. When I compete, I give 100%.
Well, Brian Clough will be well pleased to hear that. Moya does a lot of aerobics, strength work and running to stay fit for her motor racing. Any messages for our gladiators?
OK, the Gladiators, I haven't really got a message for you because you don't figure in my thoughts. I'm not scared of you, so watch out because I'm coming.
Well, it's time to put up or shut up as we get ready to rock and roll.
Markers, check CO2 on the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Our referee, John Anderson, testing our scoring pods. A direct contact over the sensor will release that plume of CO2 gas.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Atmosphere, 60 seconds of high-octane action. So it's blonde on blonde. As lightning strikes into Moya. Stops her dead in her tracks. Oh, Catherine scores on her first roll. Pod 4 picks up 3 points there. And Moya struggling to steer her Atmosphere over Pod 2. A whole different prospect of belting around in a racing car. No gears, no brakes, no steering wheel. Catherine in the red Atmosphere breaks away, hotly pursued by the Panther. Looks like Moya running out of gas. Totally frustrated by great defense work by our Gladiators. There's the whistle. Catherine Hawley, the only one to score. And there's another angle on that amazing demolition derby collision between Moya and Lightning.
Well, Moya, that's a little bit different to go-karting. How do you find that?
I think I was enjoying it a little bit too much. I was running around enjoying it and not paying too much attention to going in the pods.
You mean you were enjoying running around one of these things with the Gladiator chasing you?
Yeah, it was great fun. I hope I've got more control over a cart, though. I think I'll be a dead woman.
Catherine, well done. You were doing a bit of your sheepdog routine there, were you?
I thought I got the second one there, but I didn't get it into the pod correctly. So disappointed.
These are quite heavy old Atmospheres, aren't they?
It's more leg work you need as opposed to upper body to push them around. But when you're chased with a good trail on your trap, it's pretty hard.
Well, I know you're a good runner, but you did very well indeed. 3 points for Catherine.
And there's the Panther. And all this low scoring is down to the great defensive work from the Gladiators. And that's one cat with all 9 lives intact. I wonder if Lightning will give us one of her famous victory rolls. Yes, never disappoints the crowd. Look at that. Great acrobats. There's the fan club. And after our first event, Catherine puts 3 points on the scoreboard. Moya yet to score, but there's plenty more events to come.
And now it's time for our first male contender tonight. He is Derek Collett. Hi, Derek, welcome.
Thank you, Eureka.
How are you feeling?
A bit nervous.
You're not. You'll get used to it. Listen, you're a domestic engineer. What exactly is that?
Well, I suppose you could class it. I'm a house husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave up work after my wife died to look after my 3 children.
And what did you do before you became a house husband?
I was a used car salesman.
So I suppose with a name like Derek, you became known as Del Boy.
I'm afraid so.
Now listen, our Atmospheres, well, they've had more than one careful owner, and they also have been raced and rallied. But listen, the best of luck in Atmospheres, Derek Collett.
And the second of our male contenders is Chris Saunders. Hello, Chris. So, Chris, you're a bobby. What's your beat?
I don't really have a beat as such, John. I work in plainclothes in a crime squad in South Bristol.
And what skills does that require?
A little bit of cunning, and you've got to be able to adapt, hopefully, the skills that are going to help me beat the Gladiators tonight.
Well, with all those skills, I think you will. You'll give them a hard time anyway. Off to your Atmosphere. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, John.
So Chris and Derek climb aboard their Atmospheres, getting all their protective equipment on. Looks like our audience is certainly in the mood. They're ready to rock and roll. Let's take a look at who they'll be banging up against. The Mighty Warrior, all 22 stone of him. And his partner in demolition, Shadow, 19 stone of pure trouble. And when you take a look at Derek's stats, makes you wonder what his game plan going to be. A real David and Goliath confrontation. How does Derek feel about it?
I'm not going to show myself up at all. It's just, in fact, it's the Gladiators that are going to get shown up. They've got everything to lose. We've got nothing.
Chris Saunders in the same dilemma. Once again, giving away a tremendous amount of weight.
They're big guys, but I'll manage okay. They'll be slow. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. I've got a bit of dodging practice, a bit of evasion. You've got nothing on me.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Gladiators go to battle stations. Here comes the warrior. And there goes the shadow. Oh, cosmic collision. Chris Lucky Shadow just clipped him there. Full contact would have finished him up in the car park. Up on 2 there for Chris. Oh, every which way but in. Derek, the ex-used car salesman, on 4. He misses. Taking his atmosphere for a test spin there. Remember, you've got to get it over the middle to depress the sensor. Oh, look at that. Double teamed on 3 by Shadow and Warrior. That's 3 points. Thanks, guys, for that. Chris shadowed by the Shadow. Blocked out of 2. Here comes Derek. Up on 1. He gets it. Chris follows through and gets the 3 points there. Chris, our detective constable, makes a move on 4. Oh, he's ram-raided right out of the action there as he makes a break on 3, running out of time. He gets it just on the whistle, making sure of his 3 points. This event's a real gas. That's frozen his equipment. What a high-octane battle. Well, let's check the replay, and as you can see, Derek not giving the best demonstration of how to park an atmosphere on a pod. See how he misses the middle. Doesn't depress the sensor, therefore no score.
All right, Derek, as a former car salesman, how does this one feel to drive?
I'm glad the cars I sold didn't have wheels like this.
Was it tough?
Very tough.
Well done, Chris. How was that?
Yeah, my legs are my strongest thing, being a karate man, and the Shadow just wasn't as quick as me.
Great stuff. Beware, he'll be after you. Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you.
Well, big words from Chris. And I notice he bids a hasty retreat before Shadow's been unloaded from his atmosphere. Shadow and Warrior, the biggest double act on television. The scores in the men's after one event, Derek 3, Chris 9.
Our next event is the wall. Our contenders face a frantic scramble up this sheer rock face, and they have just 60 seconds to get to the top. These hand grips are very hard and rigid, and very difficult indeed to grip. This is obviously going to require a lot of upper body strength, so let's see if our 2 contenders have got what it takes.
Because of my racing, I've got a very firm mental attitude. I'm not scared of anybody, and fear is definitely an emotion I don't possess, not at all.
Or just as well, because after 20 seconds, she's going to have the Jet on her tail. And Jet has excellent strike rate in this event. Look at that Jet thrust. Catherine Hawhey has a similar situation. She'll have Scorpio to deal with.
Delayers, ready. Contenders will start on the first whistle. Gladiators will start on the second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
As the song says, the only way is up. Moya and Catherine have 20 seconds to make their mark on this wall before we release the Gladiators on them. Here comes trouble. Moya pursued by the Jets. And look at Scorpio. She's already on Catherine. She's got her in her grips. What a downer. She's got her. What a quick time that was. And now we concentrate on the battle between Jet and Moya Liddon. Moya picks up 5 points if she can hang on, maintaining contact with that wall, but she's looking to pick up the full 10. Look at that. Jet. Oh, she slipped off. She's come off the wall. Moya's on her own now. She's got her feet over the top. That's a full 10 points. What a close confrontation, and Jet not at all happy about that. Now, this is the view from Scorpio's helmet, looking across at her partner, Jet. There's Moya. Now, there's something rather tempting as she grabs the foot. Oh, she hasn't got the grip.
Well, congratulations, Moya. You got your 10 points.
Thank you.
What happened? You look like you hurt your hands.
Yeah, my hand just slipped down slightly as I was trying to scrabble up the wall because I knew she was behind me, and it just makes you panic that little bit more. But I got my grip back again and was back up again. But I felt her get her hand to my foot, and that was it. I was off.
What's it like having a gladiator chase you?
A bit scary, actually. She was quick.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Scorpio was very quick. Look how she makes short work of Catherine there. Gets the grip, and down she comes.
Catherine, you were more than halfway up. What happened?
My foot slipped, lost my footing. Hard luck.
Because you weren't looking behind you at all. Were you aware of her behind you?
Could feel her, but I wasn't aware of her behind me.
So how do you feel now?
Ready for the next one.
Well done. That's the spirit we're looking for. Catherine!
So after 2 events, Catherine stays on 3. Moya, our comeback kid, climbs to 10. Literally next to be driven up the wall, Derek Collett and Chris Saunders. And Chris had a run in earlier with our Gladiators.
I was wandering around looking for a file to adjust my gloves to fit. And next thing I know, bang, I'm in the Gladiators dressing room. Big guys are walking all around me. I'm outnumbered 6 or 7 to 1. So they thought they'd hoik me up in the air, hang me upside down and take a few photographs of me. Quite embarrassing. And then I was mob-handedly hauled and dumped in front of the other contenders and told, don't come back again. I didn't.
And who can blame him? Wise man. Well, here's a chance for Chris to get revenge. And who knows, perhaps hang the wolf out to dry. He looks hungry. There's Derek. He says if he wins the prize money, he'd like to take his kids to Disneyland. Well, he's about to face our very own Space Mountain. Hawk!
Players ready? Contenders will go on the first whistle. Gladiators will go on the second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
So the men get a 15-second start, 10 points if you get your feet over the top of the wall, or 5 points if you still maintain contact with the wall after the 60-second time limit. If you lose contact with the wall, you are eliminated. And many contenders have told me if they've been dawdling up the wall, the sound of that second whistle certainly puts some pep in their step. Derek and Chris making this wall look like a garden fence. Look at the speed of them. Look, they're up and over in no time at all. 10 points each. Fantastic. Wolf and Hawk take the shortcut down.
So where'd you get that from? Is that climbing up all those houses, catching the burglars?
That's from sheer terror of the Wolfman.
Is it worrying having him up behind you?
Yeah, you don't know what he's going to chew on, your ankles or anything else.
Thanks very much.
Come on, Wolf. All these wolf whistles, they're nothing but empty threats, aren't they?
He was lucky.
Where's the Wolfman gone?
Oh, he's off the lead. Don't worry, we'll slip some Bob Martins in his tea. She's picking on that little cub in the audience. Go on, Wolf. Back to the old den. So after 2 events, Derek's on 13, Chris on 19. Event 3 is Danger Zone. Our 60-second game of ducking and diving, running and firing, requiring nerves of steel and lightning reactions. There's the target to hit. Situated above the Gladiator, contenders have 4 attempts to hit that target via the 4 weapon stations, picking up 1 point for each weapon fired or 10 points for hitting the target. First into the danger zone, Catherine Hawhey. There she is in her body armour, her PEPs, personal eye protectors. And firing the tennis cannon, the Phoenix. Those balls come at you about 100 miles per hour.
Contender, ready. Gladiator, ready. 3, 2, 1.
First weapon is the crossbow. Remember, if Catherine doesn't release her weapons within 10 seconds, stations will self-destruct. Weapon 2 is the bazooka. Oh, look at that. Phoenix hit the cameraman. There goes her close-up to the rest of the series. 1 point for every weapon fired, or 10 points for a hit on the target. Weapon 3, the mortar. Oh, not a bad shot. And here's Arnie Schwarzenegger's favourite, the rocket launcher. So 4 points for releasing 4 weapons. But if she gets through the cylinder, she can trade them for the full 10 by punching the target underneath the Gladiator. She does it, 10 points. And the Phoenix gets a free flight. And there's the protective net which shields our audience from any stray projectiles. I've just been told referee John Anderson is calling a hit on weapon 4, the rocket launcher. Let's check the replay right now. Picks up the weapon. The ball misses there. And there we see it strike her on the arm, on the shoulder. It rattled against the windscreen. He's absolutely right. It's a hit. That means she'll only pick up 3 points. Great shooting from Phoenix. Next up, Moya Liddon, proving that blondes have more fun.
Contender, ready? Gladiator, ready? Go! 3, 2, 1.
And Moya gets a racing start. She picks up her first weapon, the crossbow. Phoenix trying to pick her off with the tennis cannon. Remember, it must be a direct hit. Ricochets from the floor or weapons are not counted. Here comes the bazooka. She zeroes in. And now she scrambles across. Moya well aware she's only got 10 seconds in which to release the weapons before they self-destruct and are neutralized in the explosion. There's the mortar! Good shot. Last chance, the rocket launcher. Oh, nearly skins her. Oh, nearly skins Phoenix. Moya scrambles through the perspex cylinder, which does have holes atop of it. Oh, thumps the targets, turns on the lights, takes a 10, and soaks up the adulation. There's the Moya fan club. Well done, Moya, 10 points. Well, the adjudicators have looked at the replay of Catherine's round, and there's no doubt about it. As she comes back up there, the tennis ball comes in, strikes her on the shoulder. Fash is now in the locker room with Catherine.
Well, Kathy, having seen the replay on the video, are you happy with the result?
Yes, I am, yes. The balls were coming at such a rate that it bounced off the shield of the gun, and I'm quite happy after seeing the replay.
So losing those points means that Catherine is now trailing Moya by 14.
Well, Derek, in rehearsals, you were quite impressive. What do you think?
He doesn't stand a chance.
Well, Derek, have you fired any weapons before?
Yes, I shoot a shotgun very regularly.
And what do you shoot?
Clay pigeons.
Well, clay pigeons don't shoot back, but our gladiators unfortunately do. So let's see how you get on. All the best, Derek. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So Derek will face the firepower of Top Gun hotshot Saracen.
Contender, ready? Gladiator, ready? 3, 2, 1.
So Derek makes his way cautiously to our first weapon, the crossbow. Takes his time. Oh, rattles the windscreen. Look at that! He breaks cover for a clean shot, and it pays off. Bullseye with the first shot. And Saracen heads for the ceiling. Maybe Derek should give up the shotgun and go clay pigeon shooting with a crossbow in future. Great shooting there. So Chris steps into the firing line of Saracen.
Contender, ready? Gladiator, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Chris Saunders is our Bristol-based detective constable. He'll want to pick up 10 points like Derek. This is the crossbow, which Derek scored that bullseye with. Pretty close. Nice shot. Just before the station blows. Oh, Saracen just missed the cameraman. That was close too. Oh, backwards and forwards. Bit of a volley there from the Saracen. Onto the mortar, a point if he releases this weapon. Saracen giving broadsides there. And look at that, he's out of ammo. Saracen is powerless, a formality with the rocket launcher as he steps through the perspex cylinder to punch the lights. 10 points. And Saracen takes his second flight of the night. Well done, Chris. He makes his way across to John Fashanu.
Well, Chris, our local Bobby, was that a tactical ploy?
Yeah, I think I should probably try for firearms after that.
I think everybody will be well pleased with you. Thanks very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
So after 3 events, our hotshot point-scoring powerhouses notch up their totals. Derek 23, Chris 29.
So still to come, 3 more thrilling events before that physically agonising eliminator. So join us after the break when our contenders will continue their struggle against our gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena. The next event is called Swing Shot.
Yes, and this event probably looks a lot simpler than it really is. As you can see, our 2 contenders are poised on their platforms 15 feet above the arena floor. But bear in mind, of course, that on opposite platforms are 2 of our gladiators waiting to stop them.
Well, our contenders may be poised, but our gladiators are certainly posed. Scorpio and Flame. Scorpio predicts a losing situation, and Flame the only gladiator not to have been a bodybuilder. Catherine at 9 stone 4, plenty of bounce to the ounce. And Moya says swing shot is her favourite event.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Swing out, sisters. This event comes with strings attached. Moya picks off a yellow. That's 1 point. Catherine just short of the yellow there. Remember, 1 ball per swing, then spring back 15 feet up to your tower and place the ball into your scoring basket. So Catherine empty-handed that time. Here she goes. And body checked out of the play there. Hasn't quite got the measure yet. Each of the shot cords individually adjusted. There goes Moya again. Picks off a yellow. Shot cords individually adjusted to their body weights. Oh, great body check on Catherine by the Scorpio. Moya, up she goes, picks off a yellow. And a few knocked to the floor that time. That's not allowed, by the way. Catherine and Scorpio. Oh, and again, body checked out of the cylinder. Moya banks another yellow. This time all 4 come out to play. Oh, look at that. Great defensive play by our gladiators. Time up. Let's have a look at the replay. You can see how the gladiators dominated in the air. Scorpio cutting Catherine out completely. After 4 events, Catherine stays on 6. Moya springs on to 23. Now it's the men's turn to get up, to get down. Our gladiators are Saracen, meaty, beaty, big and bouncy. And Cobra, old snake hips, a slippery customer. Let's have a look at those stats. Looks pretty healthy to me, Doctor. And with that smile, a real charmer. Derek wants to fly a supersonic plane. He'll get a free flight now. And Chris, our policeman, will be hoping to use his long arm of the law.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And up goes Chris. Reaches high, followed by Saracen, but Chris strips a cylinder. It's raining balls down there. Derek comes down, reaches up, picks off a yellow. Yellow in his beak. Back he goes to the tower. Pop it in the basket for a point. Remember, 1 for yellow, 2 for blue, and 3 for red. If you don't get the balls back in the baskets, the scores don't count. Here comes Derek again. Up he goes. Oh, reaches high, but is deprived that time. Chris, up he goes, reaches for a blue. That's 2. Oh, nearly overshoots the basket that time. Safely in the basket that time. 2 points. Back for more. Up he goes. Picks off a yellow, but look at that. He's tied up with a Saperson. And he's not going to have time to put that one in the bank. There's the whistle, and time up. And what a tangle. In the replay, you can see how the traffic gets pretty busy up there, and half the job is hanging on to your ball after you've picked it off the cylinder. And right at the end there, everyone ends up in a tangle. So after 4 events, not a great deal in it. Derek 25 and Chris is on 32. Event 5 is hang tough.
Upper body strength and arm power is what's needed for this particular grueling event. And the first of our female contenders is Kathy. And swinging towards her is Flame.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So Catherine draws the flame in hang tough. 10 points for getting to the Gladiators platform. 5 points for hanging tough in the scoring zone. And as Fash said, upper body strength is what you need here. Flame making good progress. Catherine had a slight injury in practice, so perhaps a psychological barrier to overcome. But she's just hanging around. She's going to get disqualified if she doesn't make a move on another ring. John Anderson blows the whistle. Contenders cannot hang around on the same ring for more than 10 seconds unless they're in the scoring zone. And here comes John to read the riot act.
Kathy, I'm sorry, but you were disqualified. You made no attempt to move forward. Rules?
Oh, well, rules are rules.
Our next female contender is Moya. Swinging towards her is Flame.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
There goes Flame. And Moya is worried about Flame's upper body strength, preferring the lower body strength disciplines herself. And look at that, really making no progress. Oh, one ring. Oh, she slipped. She's gone down. I did say Moya not confident in this event. Not very pleased with that. You can see a bit of a tentative start. She takes her time to swing for a ring. And when she's one-handed, loses her grip.
Unlucky, Moya, what happened?
I just went for the ring and I didn't get a good enough grip on it and my hand just came straight off. I was going across as quickly as I could, but I just couldn't hold.
Come on, let's give her an R. Better luck next time, Moya. Thanks very much.
Nice, easy day at the office for Flame. That was pretty simple. After 5 events, Catherine hangs around on 6 and Moya maintains her firm grip on 23.
And our first male contender is Derek. And he's going to be swinging against the deadly eye of the Hawk.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Look at the size of Hawk. I respect bodybuilders, but I prefer to wear my veins on the inside. Now remember, Derek can pick up 10 if he can get round the Hawk and land on his platform, or 5 points for hanging tough in the scoring zone. There's the Hawk. Derek grabs a blue. He's now in the scoring zone. All he's got to do is fend off the Hawk. He's retreating. One ring. Oh, he slipped. This is becoming more like hang loose than hang tough. Hawk and Flame hardly breaking sweat in this event. John Fash is ringside.
Unlucky, Derek. Brave attempt. What happened?
Just trying to get away from him and slipped.
I thought you were going forwards. What happened?
He was coming away, so I thought I'd move out the way and just slip.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Thanks, Derek.
Cheers.
Next up, against Hawk is Chris, our detective constable from Bristol, and I believe the lads at work have a special name for him in the squad room.
Yeah, I've got a few nicknames and a bit of ribbing at work and for my friends back at home as well. Blossom was my gladiator nickname, like a call sign. Whereas all the Americans got their big butch macho names, they thought Blossom would suit me. I don't think so. I'll prove different.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
So it's Blossom against the Hawk, and let's hope he fares a little better in hang tough than his predecessors. Are those rings 10 feet above the ground, 4 feet apart? Chris grabs a blue ring, he's in the scoring zone. Now all he's got to do is get past the Hawk. Is he ambitious? Bit like a game of chess this, keeping an eye on each other. Oh, little left turn there. The Hawk saw that one coming. You don't fool the Hawk easily. Hawk one ringed at the moment. Now what's Chris going to do? Makes a left turn there. And so does Hawk. But he's doing well. He's in the scoring zone. If he can fend off the Hawk, he'll pick up 5 points. And he's defending well. There's the whistle. That'll do nicely. He's gone the distance, 5 points. And Chris can be well pleased with his performance. The only one to pick up any points in hang tough on this programme. Happy landings. And here comes the Hawk to help him up. Now for a little chat with John Fashanu.
Great sportsmanship at the end, Chris. Tremendous competition.
I didn't mean to kick him in that place you're not meant to kick, guys.
We knew that. How do you think you got on?
Yeah, it's just a case of having the courage to fend him off and hang in that end zone and get your 5 points.
Is it as hard as it looks?
It's harder, John.
Well, you got your 5 points. Well done.
Thank you.
5 points the hard way, and thankfully no permanent injury to Hawk there. After 5 events, Derek hangs on to 25. Chris swings up to 37. Event 6 is Duel. 30 seconds of hand-to-hand combat with pugil sticks.
Contender, ready!
First up is Catherine, 5'7" and 9 stone 4.
Gladiator, ready!
And there's Lightning.
On guard!
Evenly matched, Lightning the same height, 5'7", and more or less the same weight, 9 stone 5 pounds.
3, 2, 1.
Catherine can pick up 10 points if she knocks Lightning off her 12-foot platform. Equally, she could earn those 10 points if she gets Lightning to step across to her platform, or if Lightning drops her pugil stick. But it's 5 points if she goes the distance. Lightning lands a belter. What a combination. Fantastic roundhouses. Catherine stands her ground well. Lightning landing those licks. Catherine just fending her off there. But she goes the distance. She picks up 5 points. Catherine does well to absorb Lightning's powerful roundhouses. Composes herself only to be greeted by more punishment. She nearly loses it. Does a great job keeping her balance, though. Look at that. And the next contender, Moya.
Contender, ready!
Moya an inch taller than Lightning, but giving away 4 pounds in weight.
Gladiator, ready! On guard!
As we've just seen, balance very important. Those platforms are only 4 feet in diameter, 16 inches across, not much room to maneuver. Well, they say blondes have more fun. We're having a good time too. And Lightning gets straight down to business. Oh, look at that. What a headshot. Lightning's got to be careful. She looks a little overzealous up there. She mustn't let Moya draw her across. Lightning perched right on the edge there of the platform. Oh, she stepped across, instant DQ. Moya picks up the full 10 points, and how disappointing for Lightning. She did all the work there. Let's have a look where it happened. And Lightning had her feet together right at the edge of the platform as she swung that roundhouse. The momentum carried her across to Moya's platform.
Well done, I'm dead impressed.
Thank you. I knew she was mine. She looked too scared when she was up there. I think she was scared of heights.
Well, Lightning didn't look too scared from where I was watching. Lightning made all the moves. After 6 events, Catherine 11, Moya moves up to 33. First up for the men, Derek Collett.
Contender, ready.
5'11", 11 stone 10.
Gladiator, ready.
Giving away 5 stone to Cobra.
On guard.
Shadow pulled a muscle in Atmospheres and will be sitting out duel for this program. So Cobra steps in. Cobra, our full contact kickbox champion, straight to work. Oh, look at that. Tremendous punishment. Oh, he's jumped. He's surrendered. He's thrown in the towel. What a crushing victory. And Cobra taking a leaf out of Shadow's book. Fast, powerful, relentless blows, getting the job done fast. Chris Saunders, our policeman, in his riot gear.
Contender, ready.
And Cobra's the one-man riot he has to face.
Gladiator, ready. On guard.
Once again, a great difference in body weight here.
3, 2, 1.
Chris giving away 4 stone. And Cobra showing no respect for the law as he hands out some GBH. Chris is down but not out. Cobra fails to finish him off there. Somehow Chris got to his feet. Now Cobra sets to work again. He must hang on to that pugil stick. Oh, he's dropped the stick. Cobra overzealous. Instant DQ there. Chris comes back from the dead to pick up 10 points. Who'd have thought Chris could pull back after nearly being flattened by the Cobra? He picks up those points more by default than any positive work rate of his own. Cobra unlucky. He was robbed by the policeman. Will you accompany me to the mat, please? After 6 events, Derek is on 25 and Chris stretches his lead to 47.
Our contenders don't have to face the Gladiators anymore, but they still have to face each other. And that's in the Eliminator after the break.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena, where the atmosphere is incredibly tense as the Eliminator approaches. Remember, this is sudden death, and whoever wins this will earn a place on our leaderboard. Moya's ahead by 22 points. Remember, each point is worth half a second, so therefore Moya gets an 11-second head start.
Well, Moya, you're used to life in the fast lane, in the motor business. How does this compare?
I must say it's more nerve-wracking, actually. I'm much more confident when I'm going around corners at 130 miles an hour than I am going along this lot.
OK, we wish you all the best. Well done.
Thank you.
Catherine, you've climbed some fairly high mountains in your time. You've got 2 cargo nets and the rest of the course to cope with. How are you going to do?
I'm feeling confident that I know I'm behind in seconds. Moya's got a good start on me.
Well, listen, the very best of luck. You'll go off now to get prepared for the Eliminator, and in the meantime, I'll hand you back to John Sachs.
Thanks, Ulrike. If Moya, with her 33 points, comes through, she'll take pole position at the top of our ladies' leaderboard.
Moya, you will start on my first whistle. Catherine, you will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
So Moya exploits that 11-second lead while Catherine waits in the pits for that starting whistle. Those 11 seconds must seem like an eternity as Moya disappears over the cargo net and down the slide. So the Eliminator, the ultimate test, offers 9 demanding obstacles. And Moya gets to work on the overhead ladder and still no sign of Catherine on the horizon. This requires great upper body strength, this overhead ladder. But Moya can take her time. Catherine's a long way behind as she comes up the scramble sheet. Moya now attacks the rolling beams. No problems there, straight onto the second cargo net. Oh, Catherine slips off the overhead ladder. That's going to cost her 10 seconds. That penalty starts from the moment her feet hit the pit. Now, with one hand at the back, she must wait for the 10 seconds. There she goes. Catherine's only hope now is to take advantage of any mistakes Moya might make. And in past Eliminators, we've seen people come from a long way behind and take the lead when it comes to that awesome Travelator. It's a 90-foot wild ride to the crash mats. And now Moya must compose herself for the Travelator. Good girl, she gets a run up. Oh, struggling a bit. Fatigue setting in. Oh, scrapes up by her fingernails. Grabs the rope. Geronimo through the paper burst as our winner. Everything going wrong for Catherine. Oh, what a dreadful landing. She's come off the wrong side. But against all the odds, Catherine determined to finish this eliminator. Speed, strength and skill, courage, stamina and will. Catherine has shown all of these and then some. There she goes. She completes the course. Most relieved. And here it is, that dreadful landing as she comes off the wrong side.
Catherine, you never really caught up with Moya's head start, did you?
No, she was over the net when I started off at the bottom, and I tried to chase her. My hand slipped on the ladder and I'd lost it.
Yes, because at that stage you're already exhausted. Well done anyway, Catherine.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Quite exhausted, actually, yeah, tired out. It was hard, tougher than I thought. Tougher than it looks, that's for sure.
It's not as easy as it looks, everybody. Well done, Moya.
So victory for Moya and the Moya fan club as she takes pole position on the ladies' leaderboard with 33 points, just above Nicola, Jenny and Claire. Well, before Chris and Derek start their eliminator, let's take a look at the men's leaderboard. And Chris's awesome 47 points would secure him at the top of the leaderboard if he wins this eliminator, and Derek would find himself, if he wins, in third place. Chris is 22 points in the lead. He gets half a second start for each point, which means that he gets an 11-second head start on Derek.
Chris, you will start on my first whistle. Derek, you will start on my second whistle. Contenders ready? 3, 2, 1.
So Chris, like Moya, gets an 11-second head start on his opponent. 9 obstacles ahead of him. No gladiators to impede his progress. Chris, with his 47 points, easily the highest scoring contender so far on the series. Derek is off, and he'll have to dig deep and get ready to give his all and look to compound any unforced errors Chris might make. Now, the men use the overhead handbike. The secret of this is to keep pumping and at the same time try and keep your lower body still. There's Derek up the scramble sheet to join him on the overhead bike. And Derek narrowing the gap, a man on a mission. Chris is on his platform. There he goes across the rolling beam and onto the cargo net. A big Phil Collins fan, by the way. If you're watching Phil, he said he'd like to buy you dinner and no jacket required. Derek joins him on the cargo nets and Chris up onto the platform. Now it's across to the zip line, 90 feet down, to land on the crash mats. Whoop, nearly took the mat with him that time. And now up that awesome travelator. And here comes Derek hot on his heels. Oh, look at the will and determination. Geronimo! The winner! What a convincing victory. Any second now, Derek will join him. There he goes. What a great contest. And there's Chris, as you can see, struggling on the overhead bike.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you, John.
Great display.
I tried.
Well, I'm glad I'm not a burglar anyway.
I'd just like to say thank you to Derek for being fantastic sportsman both on and off the arena.
Great, both of you.
Derek, that hand bike proved to be a real stinker.
It's a terrible thing to use. I think Ludwig was the only one that cracked it.
Well, you've done very well to get here in the first place. I think you've done terrifically well. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek!
I think Derek and Chris have really enjoyed competing against each other, both evenly matched.
If I could just thank my family, especially my girlfriend, who has been looking after my 3 children while I've been here enjoying myself.
Oh, that's what you call it, enjoying yourself. Well done, Derek.
And I'm sure they're ever so proud of their dad. What a tremendous contender, and well done, Chris. Well, there's Simon Goddard, who drops out, but his wife Pam will be pleased they can continue their honeymoon. Chris Saunders now goes to the top of the leaderboard and secures a place in our semi-finals.
The Gladiators!